Starter Robbie Supple ready for them. They're off for the 2024 Betway Queen Mother Champion Chase. 6 runners on their way towards the first. Edwardstone, the light blue sleeves, and the grey Elixir de Nuts are the leading pair as they rise. El Fabiolo landing up between horses in behind in the double green, with Captain Guinness, the striped cap, on one side of him, Funambule Civil of the striped sleeves on the other, and Gentleman De Mee, the early back marker, and Edwardstone forces the pace as they now make the run between fences 2 and 3. Over Elixir de Nuts, Captain Guinness, El Fabiolo, Funambule Civil are wide, and a couple of lengths away to Gentleman De Mee, who's held up early, last of the 6 runners in the hands of Mark Walsh. On to the next pair of fences, numbers 3 and 4, and they come up fairly quickly. Edwardstone with ears pricked, jumping soundly. El Fabiolo just brushing through the top of it, but neat enough in 4th place alongside Funambule Civil. Edwardstone over Elixir de Nuts, Captain Guinness. Funambule Civil, El Fabiolo, and Gentleman De Mee as they turn to meet rising ground and head on towards the 5th, with 1 circuit ahead of them in the Betway Queen Mother Champion Chase. And they're going along at around about 27 miles an hour in the early stages, with Edwardstone leading them on the incline. To Elixir de Nuts, Funambule Civil a little closer, up to dispute second, and El Fabiolo, a jolting blunder. He's almost out of the race. He is out of the race, El Fabiolo, brought to a standstill, and he's going to be pulled up after the 5th. Drama in the champion chase. El Fabiolo is out of the race. He came to a slithering halt on the fence going up the hill, and Edwardstone was long there, but he has a lead of 3 lengths over Elixir de Nuts. And then Funambule Civil, Captain Guinness, and Gentleman De Mee is last of the 5 who remain in competitive action, and they're moving on towards the water. Edwardstone over Elixir de Nuts, Funambule Civil. Captain Guinness a half length away in the beige and blue, and just over 2 lengths to Gentleman De Mee. So to the first of the open ditches, Edwardstone. Good leap on the outer from Captain Guinness, moves up to the leader's quarters. Elixir de Nuts, the grey, racing on the near side of Funambule Civil, and Gentleman De Mee now firmly in touch, last of the 5 who remain, as Edwardstone leads them over the next, and Funambule Civil slightly missed out there, and that knocks him back to dispute last place. They've gone beyond halfway, racing across the top of the track towards the open ditch. It's 4 out in the Betway Queen Mother Champion Chase, already without the star player, and Edwardstone has the starring role now in front. He leads over Captain Guinness, Elixir de Nuts, being followed in 4th place by the patiently ridden Gentleman De Mee, and it's becoming a bit of a struggle now for Funambule Civil, a last of 5 as they come freewheeling on down the hill with a long run towards the 3rd last. Edwardstone and Tom Cannon in front. So Captain Guinness and Rachael Blackmore sitting close up in 2nd. Freddie Gingell now just beginning to move his arms on Elixir de Nuts. Gentleman De Mee being held together by Mark Walsh out wide, and a gap to Funambule Civil, and the leaders are bearing down on 3 out. Edwardstone over Captain Guinness, a length and a half between them on landing. Gentleman De Mee has ghosted his way into 3rd. Elixir de Nuts 1 paced in 4th, and they're about to swing for home. They've got 2 fences left to jump in the Betway Queen Mother Champion Chase. Edwardstone has made every inch of the running so far. Captain Guinness is looking threatening. Rachael Blackmore sitting quietly. Mark Walsh now more animated on Gentleman De Mee back in 3rd, and Captain Guinness comes breezing alongside Edwardstone. Heads turn for home. They face the 2nd last, and Captain Guinness draws on, takes off, lands 2 lengths ahead. Edwardstone a tumbling fall. Gentleman De Mee is left to try and chase down Captain Guinness, who's at the final fence. He comes up well, out of Blackmore's hands. It's a half furlong on the run in. Captain Guinness beginning to wander off a true line. Gentleman De Mee is grinding away, is inching closer, eroding the deficit. Captain Guinness is all out. Gentleman De Mee is closing, but it's Blackmore again. Captain Guinness wins the Betway Queen Mother Champion Chase in a dramatic race from an early stage. Gentleman De Mee went down fighting. Funambule Civil will be last of 3 to finish. Edwardstone is up, and so too Tom Cannon.
Another champion chase for Henry de Bromhead. Goodness me, what, I mean, obviously the race changed shape dramatically. What did you think at that point?
Yeah, sure, look, it obviously opened it right up then, and yeah, the whole way I just kept going. This horse deserves to win a Grade 1 so much, you know, and so delighted for Declan and Josephine Lanny. They're brilliant to train for, and he just deserves it so much. I thought Rachael really forced that jump when she was upside the favourite, and you know, maybe she forced him into that. Who knows? But yeah, it was brilliant.
Were you worried coming up the hill? Did you feel he'd have enough
I
left?
was, definitely. Yeah, I was. Yeah. But he really toughed it out. Hey.
You mentioned the owners. How much would it mean to them?
Oh, sure, it's amazing. Like, I mean, you know, it's just brilliant. You know, Declan's and Josephine, they're great supporters, and it's just brilliant for them. You know, there's, you know, they have 3 or 4 horses in training, and it's just delighted for them.
This horse, you know, you go back, he's always run well here. He likes it here. He's often just found one too good.
Absolutely, you know, and we've been saying he so deserved to win a Grade 1. We were gutted when Nicky we went to Sandown last April thinking, you know, we might get one there, and suddenly Jonbon was there, and yeah, but it's amazing. I'm just delighted for them. It really means a lot, this one.
The horses are running well, Henry.
Yeah, they're running great. Yeah, we hit the crossbar a couple of times there, and yeah, look, it's these are the wins you dream of, you know, you dream of them, so delighted.
Another Grade 1, what up?
Yeah, thanks a minute.
She's won a Gold Cup, she's won a Champion Hurdle, she's won a Grand National, for goodness sakes. Now she has won a Queen Mother Champion Chase on Captain Guinness, bringing Henry de Bromhead his 4th success in the race. Many congratulations. You were alongside Paul Townend when El Fabiolo made his mistake. How much of this were you aware of, and how did it affect what you were doing in the race?
Yeah, well, I knew he was, I could see him or hear him or make the mistake beside me, so I knew he was kind of out of the equation then. So yeah, your thinking changes, I suppose, but it happened quite early on, so we still had a long way to go, but yeah, you're still just trying to ride from fence to fence, but yeah, it does change your brain a little bit, for sure.
So it must have changed your plans going in. So you've gone from plan A to C or D. Tell me about that move that you made to go more forward.
Yeah, I suppose he's such a good jumper, the horse in front, and yeah, I just wanted to make him do that, I suppose. Sorry, I'm stumbling.
Okay, don't worry.
I'm a good jumper as well, and I just didn't want him to have it too easy in front, but yeah, it was a long way up the hill at the same time after the last. I was glad we got to the line.
You're saving a bit in classic Hugh style.
Yeah, trying to do that, but then I was thinking halfway up the hill I didn't do it enough, but yeah, he's an incredible horse, and he's just fantastic. I'm not shocked, because I thought his day would come, but at the same time I can't believe it came.
Yeah. This season particularly, given he had the recurrence of the atrial fibrillation, I suppose at one point it was really hard to imagine yourself in the winner's enclosure with him now. Yeah,
he ran so well here last year. I know he was beaten a long way, but he still ran really, really well behind a incredibly talented horse. He ran a really good race, and he's been in great form at home, and yeah, just when you're riding for Henry around here this week, he does just get them spot on. So yeah, I was very, very hopeful coming into the race, and yeah, I'm so delighted it actually happened. Yeah,
it's fantastic that he's finally got his Grade 1, because as you said, he's been knocking on the door in those top races, and then he had the recurrence of that problem in the race that looked like his, and he's actually done it on an even bigger stage.
Oh, the biggest stage of all. Just for everyone, I know Henry's won this race a few times, but I haven't, and it's just an incredible race to win.
Yeah. What's it like to add that to your collection of great races?
I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to let these things kind of sink into you. You know, it's just it's just unbelievable.
And your mum's here, which was great to see. She said immediately after the race, sometimes it's really hard to watch. I was going, what a beautiful ride. And she's saying, but if you're a mum, it's really, really hard to watch. It's nice to have her here and to hold the trophy aloft with her. Yeah,
brilliant. My parents obviously helped me so much when I was younger, riding ponies, all that kind of stuff, and I suppose they're the people that give you your grounding in riding, and they were so good to me as a kid, and brought me everywhere, and me and my brother and sister. So yeah, that's definitely helping me now.
Yeah, this is the special moment. It's paying all of that back.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. So yeah, it's just incredible.
Well, many congratulations, Rachel. It was a lovely ride. It's beautiful to see him in the winners' enclosure. Well done to you and Henry.
Thanks so much. Thanks, Lydia. Thank you.
Well, it's a race that has a history of throwing in something we didn't expect, and we didn't expect El Fabiolo to exit in the way that he did. His stable companion, Gentleman De Mee, chasing home Captain Guinness. What were your thoughts about, I know you haven't seen him yet, but what were your thoughts about El Fabiolo?
I was very concerned the first 4 or 5 jumps, how badly he was jumping. What did he jump? 3 and then made the mistake. And I'd say 2 out of the 3 were bad. He jumped the last fence well, and I thought, okay, he's warmed up now, he's going to go. And then he came out, just stood too far off, didn't get any height. So, fabulous win for Henry and Rachel.
Yeah, it's a lovely success.
Declan Landy,
You know what that feels like, but I mean, yeah, you're right. The writing was on the wall, wasn't it, from an early stage?
Yeah. The first 2 fences, I wasn't at all happy.
And it was a stable jockeys pulling up, wasn't it? It was kind of like, Paul Townend was saying, right, this has to end here.
Yeah. I mean, there's no point in going on. There's hopefully Aintree.
Yes.
Or Punchestown.
Yes.
Hopefully he's sound. He looked okay coming in. We'll see. We'll find out over the next few days what's wrong with him.
Was there a point where you thought, hang on a minute, Gentleman De Mee might win it?
There was, yeah. We were, I thought, and Mark thought the same. He thought, I'm going to get back. But Rachel's style of riding, she always had a little bit up her sleeve. And she's an artist at that. You've never got Rachel beaten. She'll always pull out more.
Absolutely. I'll let you go and congratulate her and Henry.
Thank you. Cheers.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.